What's up, guys? It is the Muddy Puddle Squad here. Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, guys, I'm going to tell you my ice story. So, before we get started, I do want to say a couple of things. One, do not forget to click that big red subscribe button. If you guys want to see a lot of frequently posted videos, click that subscribe button and you guys will not be disappointed. And two, what I'm about to tell you in this video, do not try this at home ever, because it's very dangerous and you guys could get seriously hurt. So here's my ice story. I've always, I remember growing up, my dad would always make me wear a jacket, even if I wasn't cold. If everyone else was cold, I would have to wear a jacket too. And I never really got cold as a kid. I never really did. I noticed that everybody else would be needing a jacket and I would be fine. I always felt kind of like immune to the cold, and I thought that was really interesting. And as I got older, I kind of, you start to wonder, what's the coldest temperature that I could stand? So, in the wintertime, I just stopped wearing jackets. I would go outside and it would be 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and I wouldn't have a jacket on. I would be wearing my typical t-shirt, shorts, and that's basically what I would wear year round. And I'll just give you guys a little just to answer one question. I'm not like that now. I actually have some medical issues, so I get cold like everyone else now. I'm probably still less than everybody else, but I get cold now. Anyway, I'll tell you guys, here's the big ice story. So one day, and let me rephrase this, do not try this at home. I do not recommend this. I do not support this idea. Do not try this at home. But anyway, one day it was really, really cold outside, and I'll get to that here in a minute. So I decided to walk to a park that's maybe about a half mile from where I used to live. I don't live there anymore, but about a half mile from where I used to live. And, I decided, okay, I'm going to go and walk to this park and see how cold I could stand the temperature. And I decided to go to the park. It was very cold. I'll get to that in a minute. It was very cold, but I walked to the park in my typical attire, which was a t-shirt and in shorts. And I decided to go to the park without wearing any shoes, so that way my feet were just in socks. Okay. And before I went to the park, I decided to pour cold water over my head, refrigerated bottled water. And I even took some more water with me to pour at the park once I got there. So here's the big reveal. The temperature that day, it was around -8 degrees Fahrenheit. So here I am, drenched in water, cold. Well, I wasn't cold, but, in cold weather, in a t-shirt, shorts, and socks, walking to this park that's about a half mile away. So I walked to the park in 8 degree below, -8 degrees Fahrenheit, walked to the park. I poured some more water over my head, and I stayed there for about an hour and a half. No jacket, no mittens, no proper winter clothes. And then after about an hour and a half, I was like, okay, I'm tired. I want to go home now. And when I got home, it was really interesting because, you can usually tell when somebody is very, very cold to the point where it's serious. The tips, you guys have all seen the videos of people get frostbite. The tips of their fingers get purple and then they turn black, and their color kind of goes. The skin, because the heart's not working the way it should. They're not getting enough oxygen the way it should. All of their oxygen is going to their core, so their skin kind of turns like this whitish color, like this gray, kind of almost like notebook paper. But not me. My fingers were fine. My fingers still had a healthy reddish color. I still felt warm. I didn't feel cold. My feet were warm. My hands were nice and warm. And I didn't get cold. And this is a true story. I'm not making this up. This is a true story. I used to be very, very insensitive to the cold. Unfortunately, with the medical problems that I've had the last few years, I'm no longer immune, quote unquote, immune to the cold. Maybe not fully immune. But I've always wondered, how cold could I actually stand it outside? And again, I'll say this again. I do not recommend this. I do not support this idea. This is a very dangerous idea. Please do not injure yourself by doing something like this, because you can get seriously injured or seriously hurt. So anyway, thanks guys for listening to my interesting story, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.